What's up guys, it's the Gold Steelix here, and today I'm going to be showing you two replays in the T-50, the tier 4 Russian light tank. And the main reason I'm playing this light tank, I've been playing it recently, is to get to the T-34 and then through the T-34 into one of the Russian medium lines possibly, but mainly into the MT-25 and the LTTB. Obviously, eventually through to the T-54 lightweight. And yeah, I've been kind of enjoying this tank. Like, when I first got it, I was very skeptical. I kind of thought it didn't look that great on paper. But recently, I've been playing some really nice games this weekend as the grand finals were going on. Which, I mean, that could be part of the reason. But for some reason, I've had some really nice games this weekend. And apparently it's patch day today. I'm not sure if it is or not, but I didn't want to take any chances because I heard someone say it was. So I thought I'll just get these all done before I want to go play the game, because I do want to play the game because I've got a new tank I want to try out. But we'll talk more about that later on if I get a nice replay in it. So I'm going up to the mid-ridge on... Wow, I don't have colorblind mode on this version of the client. Okay, that surprised me, but without further ado. So scout the Churchill one and the ELC out. And completely lost my train of thought there. I'll tell you what, I'll talk a bit less about the tank and explain something to you guys. The reason why I'm a bit annoyed, and if I stop talking at certain points, this is exactly why. Basically, last night at around 11 o'clock, I was eating pineapple, because that's what normal people do at around 11 o'clock. And after a while, I don't know if you've eaten pineapple, like, you'll know what I'm talking about, but your tongue kind of feels a bit weird, and if you put it to contact with your lips, like, your lips can start to really hurt, because it's kind of acidic, or I don't know the exact reason why, but I think it's something to do with the pH value of the juices in the pineapple. But because of that, I started to feel really weird, and I just drank a load of water, and I was fine. But during today, obviously the day after, I've come home, and my sort of back of my throat and my tongue just feel really strange. So it kind of hurts a little bit to talk, but mainly to eat. Eating is kind of my main problem. I tried to eat a sandwich earlier. It was one of the more painful things I've experienced, considering, you know, I've never broken a bone, so I don't really have a lot to compare things like that to, because a lot of people talk about that, but, you know. I think it was pretty painful, but I'm not here to moan. I'm here to just soldier on and talk about tanks. Going to engage this Type 64 here, managed to take him out and get around the rock, hopefully without taking a hit. Yes, that's very nice. So far we've taken out their... Ooh, nice. Binky there took out the flak bus. We've taken out the flak bus, Churchill 1, IS and Type 64. I didn't talk about the map, but you know the map. It's Prokhorovka running around the mid-ridge like light tanks do. So this tank, it is equipped with a 45mm VT-43 gun. It's got 75mm of penetration, which is, for a tier 4 light, it's alright. Obviously, you would prefer it to be better, but it's a light tank, so it can just always be some compromise. Obviously, the Lux has better penetration. With 95, I think it is, but I think that's a different issue since the Lux has there's less margin for error with the Lux's gun, because if you rush that autoloader, you're basically out of the game for a very long time, and depending on the way you play it, you could waste your clip potential. Not like other proper autoloaders where if you miss one shot it's normally okay. With the Lux, you've got around a 300 clip potential, and you can take that down to 100 or under 100 by being reckless so easily, and that just makes it so useless considering its reload time. So I've just destroyed that ELC AMX there. That's one of the disadvantages of the tank. He should have just run for home, really. I probably thought he could have dogfighted me or something. May have underestimated a bit. So I'm running towards this artillery. We take him out until he's gone. Now it's just the Hellcat and the SU-100 who are on the ridge. I doubt I'm going to get to shoot these guys. Oh, we take a hit from the Hellcat. There he is. There's the SU-100. Can't see the Hellcat yet, but I know where the shot's going to come from. He's going to be up there on the hill. There's no other place he can be. There's another shot coming in here. There's the Hellcat. And he is done. So, that was the first game in the T-50 I'm going to show you, and this really is a strange tank for me to be showing you these videos in. Another thing I was supposed to address is the fact that some people go up the A20 line and some people go up the T-50 line, because the T-50 obviously used to lead to the T-50-2 before it was replaced by the Tier 6 MT25. But I went down this line simply because I already had the T-46 from going to the KV-1. That is it. That's the only reason, and I've really enjoyed it. And it's not like, you know, other tanks that people do well in. People always say, oh, Russian heavies, you do well in those easy. Well, I don't want to say easy, because obviously you can do shit in a Russian heavy as well. You know, Russian tank destroyers, ISU-152, as much as that gun can be temperamental, you know, when it does hit, it's pretty easy to capitalise on that, because you've just done 700 damage to someone. 70 damage would be quite underwhelming considering its reload. But I feel like this tank, it's not mentioned a lot, and that's why I thought this was interesting that I managed to get these games in it. So let's take a look at the post-battle results screen. Now I know what you're thinking. Wow, Edward finally got worldoftanksreplays.com working, and I did. So that was an ace tanker. Spotter, fire for effect, we got 1950 experience, 23,271 credits, we did 2,087 spotting damage and 669 actual damage, and I probably should have closed that before we started this. So yeah, without further ado, let's move on to the next replay. And welcome back to the second replay. This is on Windstorm, and I've got another really entertaining game on Windstorm, much more entertaining than this one by far, to show you. It really is it's just beautiful, and that's probably the best place to start talking about my new tank that I mentioned in the previous replay. So Windstorm, I'm not the best scout on Windstorm. I feel it's a bit too not corridory like I would say Pearl River is, but it's getting there, you know. It's not like maps like Prokhorovka or Redshire or perhaps Malinovka, where it's kind of set in stone where scouts can go. I mean, for me at least, you know, maybe there's some super obvious spot that I've just been missing this entire time. So we'll take a look. This is a tier 5 maximum game. Again, in my T-50, obviously, because that's what this video is about. We're going to roll in along the northern flank. We've got a VK3001H following us, a T-28, and looks like we might have a Panzer IIIA and FCM backing us up from behind. So I'm going to go up to this ridge here. You see you do see a couple light tanks always going here. As for how useful it is, I'm honestly not sure. Just trying to go with the flow, I guess, you know. Just because other people do it doesn't make it okay. Reminded me of that scene, but yeah, this is just what I plan to do, and I haven't seen anything yet, which obviously would make one wonder whether the enemy team are going to do some sort of big lemming. And an ally SU-85 drowned. I don't think I noticed that the first time around. How do you drown on... Oh, I guess you could drown over there, but that's like... It's not like it's Erlenberg or anything like that, you know. I don't see how you could drown, like, unless you were really trying to drown. An enemy Covenanter drowned. What? What? What the fuck? I don't understand. Alright, the enemy team got a kill that wasn't from drowning, so that was nice. This T-28's moved up to there. I'm just looking here because I still think that there are going to be tanks here when clearly there haven't been any yet. So I'm going to move up. Now I'm thinking of going around for this Lux, and then the Matilda gets spotted. There he is. And with 75 pen, your chances of getting through a Matilda, which has 75mm of armour, aren't that great. It's kind of, obviously you can do it, but your chances of being able to do it aren't that great. So I do manage to get the Lux. I get rammed by the T-28, which may or may not be my fault. Honestly not sure. Scores of 4-6. There's a Panzer 2G going head to head with our KV-1. If the KV-1 dies, then I have no idea he shouldn't die. He should have that Panzer 2G if he's just going straight up to him. And we are going back around this corner. Now it's 6-6. We spotted the artillery, so I'm going to try and a little bit. And he fired, so I can take my time now. He's backing around the corner, but let's take a look at that reload time again. Well, we're not going to get it until it's around the corner. There it is. 21 seconds. So yeah, I had plenty of time to go and do this. I reckon his reload was probably ending here, but you know, I've got it now. There's a Panzer 4D who is either AFK or just not very good at all. That looks pretty AFK to me. I feel kind of bad for the AM41 because he probably thought he had some sort of backup there, when in reality he had basically nothing. That's very unfortunate for him. So I'm gonna go up here. I haven't been up here before, but I guess I'm gonna get some nice views if I can get up here, which will be nice. Obviously, because I called them nice views. I don't think there's much else at the base, so I'm probably gonna just go around a little bit more and then make my way into the city. And light tanks in the city, obviously, it's not the best place for them to be. I could have stopped to shoot that Panzer. Is that the Panzer? That's someone. I could have stopped to shoot at that light tank, so it's probably the Panzer 2G. But I didn't, for some reason. There's a BDRG-1B, a Stug 3B, and a Wolverine, I think. Yes, somewhere. There's an SU-85 around this corner. Now, originally, I thought this was an SU-85B, so I was a bit more confident. Then I go around and I realise, oh, it's that SU-85. And he's tracked, and I make a mistake here. I don't go for the track on the other side. I think I do it eventually, but it's too late at that point. So I do take the hit, but when I take the hit, I realise he's pushing me. So I go and finish him off. Trying desperately not to fall off the edge here. Watching the BDR and the Wolverine, they're all pretty much over there, so I'm just gonna make my way around now with this T-28 who's managed to stay on full health this entire time with me. I think I'm not sure how he did. I'm not sure how he did this game. Hopefully he did alright. Well, I mean, I was doing the lion's share of the damage, I'm pretty sure. Now, that is the Panzer 3A in the cap circle. Now, there's two artillery there. I am semi-confident due to the nature of artillery. I mean, that's a tier 5 artillery there. I was thinking he can probably splash for 7 damage. But, you know, the Lorraine called for help, so I'm going to go help. You know, that's how it works. I'm going to go over, find this guy. Aim, shoot, kill. Right, now it's just the Panzer 2G. Gets a VK 3001H, so the 3001H has hopefully got this. I'm hoping he doesn't need my help. If he does, then that'll be kind of tragic. Let's take a look. Oh wow, I'm very, very surprised. I thought the 3001H had him, so we're going to go for him now. He's reloading, and I believe, I've heard someone say before that the Panzer 2G was one of the more stressful low tier autoloaders to play. Well, it depends, that might have been the same gun as the 1C, but anyways, I heard it was one of those autoloaders that kind of showed you the advantages and disadvantages at the same time of having an autoloader. So yeah, that was my second game to show you. This one was also a Top Gun, you'll notice I had 6 kills, total of 10,000, I think that's 10,032 damage. But yeah, that was pretty nice. Let's go take a look at the post-battle results screen. And in that replay, I got an Ace Tanker here, Fire for Effect, and Top Gun. And I don't get Top Guns that often, but I think I've had like 2 of them this weekend, so it's been pretty good. We got 1,860 experience and 1,600, 900, 900. That doesn't work. That's not a. You're supposed to say 16,000 if you want to continue to the next thing, but it doesn't really work if you say 100 twice, does it? 16,921 experience. We got how much not much spotting damage in this one, only 180, but we did 1,032 damage, and I think 1,000 damage in any tier 4 is probably a decent achievement. So, on that note, thanks for watching this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.